Hey everyone, it's been a long time since I've actually uploaded to this channel. I think it's been around 5 months or so. So this is like a little update video on what's been new. There's been a lot of new stuff to the car. A lot of new stuff, and you're about to see it in a second. And hold on, let me get in front. And I'll show you guys what I've been working on for the past couple months now. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, a lot different. We have a different whole front bumper. We have a grill delete. Show you the front bumper. Looks quite nice. It's not a perfect fit because it wasn't even meant to go on this car. You can kind of see how on the sides it hangs off right here. But either way, I mean, it's on there really well. And it looks great. And on the back, we have the black bumper as well. So I'm gonna just explain like why I decided that I wanted to do this body kit, and I guess just where I found this stuff at. So the black bumper on the back was actually the first thing that was first between the front and the back. I got the back black bumper because of I got stuck over here. Let me actually show y'all. I was backing out and I was going really fast. So I wasn't really paying attention, and my back wheel, that one right there, came off right here. You can actually see where my exhaust was actually scraping right here, and it took up this big chunk of concrete right here as well. And we tried moving it and it only made it worse. And you can kind of see how we tried moving it down here, and these white scratches are actually where my exhaust was dragging, and you can see how it took off concrete as well. And I was stuck. My whole back was stuck. That tire right there in the front, the front left tire, was actually almost off the ground, and the front back tire was actually hovering above the ground, while the 2 tires on the right were actually just chilling on the ground on the grass. But we couldn't move it because, I mean, you know, my car is already pretty low, and my exhaust was under there, or it was dragging it. My exhaust was like actually like touching the concrete, so we couldn't really do much about that. And so we called a tow truck because we just couldn't get my car unstuck. So we called a tow truck, and I didn't see this happen, but pretty much what happened was the tow truck wrapped like the chain around like this area, and the chain was also on this part of the bumper. So when it pulled me out, it squished the living crap out of this part of the bumper, and the fiberglass had a giant dent in it, which looked horrible. And the tow truck wouldn't pay, or the company wouldn't pay for it, because they said rather it was that or a broken axle. So in reality, I kind of did a better job at it, because I'd rather have a fucked up bumper than a broken axle, because broken axles are not fun. They're very expensive to repair. You gotta actually go to a shop and get it repaired, and because that means that I wouldn't be able to drive the car, and I'd have to also spend more money to get my car realigned. So really, a little dent in the back bumper wasn't really too bad. And I went to actually go get it fixed, and they told me it would be around it was actually around 10,000, I'm pretty sure, to get the whole back bumper fixed, because they said that they would actually just order a new one. And because of like their terrible policy, instead of just like repairing like the dent, that they were just gonna have to buy a new one and respray it. And obviously I didn't do that. I was not going to spend 10K on a bumper. That's just absolutely ridiculous. So I got the back bumper, came in, put the reflectors in, did all that other stuff, and it just looked weird. It just didn't match. So I hatched the idea, like, hey, like, how about I just get this front bumper? So I went to I looked up front bumpers for 04 Mustangs, and I found this one. And it was on some website called Car ID. And I bought it, but I didn't really read too much into it. And in total, these two the front and the back bumper were around like $700. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I didn't really look too much into it, and I didn't read that you should actually like get this whole thing trimmed or get installed by a professional body shop. Here comes a loud car. Nah, it's a motorcycle. Yep, motorcycle. But like I was saying, it said that it recommends you get trimmed by a professional body shop, and I didn't, because that'd be really expensive. So me and my dad cut, you can kind of see it right there, that little white spot. We trimmed right there so the headlight could fit. This headlight fit fine though, so that was kind of weird. And it was just gonna be too much of a pain in the butt to trim these pieces right here. So we just kind of left them just kind of stuck out. And I actually had to drill my own holes, and I'll show you what I did in a second. Just pop the hood. So right here we drilled one hole, and we just like pretty much just like re-put it on. I did most of it myself, and my dad helped me drill in the holes, which was a good help to him. And when I took the original bumper off, the pony and the grill came all off of it, and I wasn't trying to put that all back on, so I actually just installed this today. It was the pony emblem, because I actually kind of was a big fan of the grill deletes, and now I have an excuse to do one, because I mean the grill's gone and it sits in there pretty nicely and pretty snug, doesn't move at all, and it looks quite nice. And we actually drilled holes. You can't, they're under the headlight. Yeah, you can actually see right there. We drilled one right there because we didn't want this to be rattling and moving while I drove down the highway. So we drilled one right on that side, and maybe you can see on this side. Yeah, you can, right there. Right there. On that side, so the the bumper would be held steady. So that's what I've been doing. And the back bumper was really easy to install. We didn't have to do anything. It was actually a perfect fit on the back bumper. No, like nothing difficult at all. And that went on pretty nicely. And I was gonna get a different spoiler. I was gonna get the Cobra R spoiler, which comes up to like right here. It's a really tall spoiler, but I didn't want to get it because I didn't want to try to make my car look like the Cobra R. Put this back in. And that because if I'm gonna get a spoiler, I want it to be functional, and the Cobra R spoiler would probably just make my car a lot more slower. And that's one thing I noticed about the front bumper, because that bumper's made out of fiberglass, and the original front bumper is made out of fiberglass too. Like both bumpers are made out of fiberglass. This one is not. This one is made out of this plastic material, I'm pretty sure, called polyurethane. I might have said that wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. And it's very heavy. This bumper is not light at all. You can't just like easily like pull this off. I remember when I got it out of the box, I actually like didn't expect it to be really heavy, and when I pulled it out, I like almost dropped it because of how heavy it was. This thing is very heavy. I didn't notice actually that my car actually was kind of not struggling, but using more effort to push itself because of how heavy this bumper is and how different it is. But it is really nice. Haven't had any problems with it. I said the really only like bad thing about it is just it's very low. It's like I'd say at least a good 3 to 5 inches lower than my front bump, than like the original front bumper that came stock with this car. So I do have to watch out where I drive, and there have been a couple times where I've like gone over like just like not even like a pothole, just like a little bump in the road, and like it didn't damage anything, but I heard like a little scratch. And you know, like that's like the worst thing ever, hearing that awful scratching noise. And yeah, that was pretty bad. but the bumper was fine. It didn't make mess of it or anything, or at least I don't see. It probably did under it, but it's whatever. But that's been going on for the car. Nothing too major, just the back and front bumper difference. And for right now, I don't have any plans for this car, like cosmetics wise. I didn't even plan on doing this, but I think it looks pretty good at the moment. I'm not going to spend too much money. I don't plan on because I don't want to put more, I guess you could say, more black stuff on it. Because the whole reason I really just got the front bumper was because this wouldn't be fixable. That's why I got the front bumper. I mean, I'm glad I did. It looks great, but the front bumper would not be here if the black bumper never got damaged, or if it didn't cost so much to get repainted and fixed. And yeah, that's about it. Interior wise, it looks the same. Seats, everything. Clothes, binder, stuff like that. Let me actually hang that back up. I always get a lot of questions why I have these here, and the answer to it is just for looks. And can they look cool there? But yeah, that's about it. Wow, this video's actually been going on for a lot longer than I thought it would. But yeah, that's what's been going on for the car. I like the body kit a lot, or I guess you could call it a body kit, but I like it. It looks pretty good. I like how the car sits and how it looks a lot more lower in the front, and this bumper just overall looks pretty cool. I like that lip it has. These giant holes right here, I wish they would have put in something like this right around here, but I guess that was meant for fog lights, but my car doesn't have fog lights. But that's about it though. Nothing really major's been going on with the car recently. It's been running fine. Actually, no, I think yeah, not so long ago it didn't break down on me, but it did begin to misfire. But that's just because I had a really bad spark plug. It was actually my fourth cylinder. It was misfiring, so I took it to Advanced. They use this little computer thing, scan look and find out what was wrong with it, because I thought it was a misfire. I was pretty positive it was, because it would crank and it just sounded awful when it idled. It sounded like it wanted to actually explode. So I took it there. They looked at it, and me and my dad, we got it in there and turned it on. Check engine light came off after a couple of minutes of just the car running. And yeah, the car runs great now. Has a fresh new oil change in it. And yeah, car's running great. Haven't had any other problems with it. If I do get something new for the car, I will probably post it rather on my Instagram or on here maybe. But that's about it. And no, I do not plan on color matching the bumper and the black, or the front and back bumper. I do not plan on it. I actually do like the black and red color scheme, because I mean that was what I was going for. And I don't know, I really dig the look. That's just me though. Some people might not like it, but I personally like it a lot. I'm actually gonna come down here to see if I can see kind of a little side view what the car looks like. Yeah, looks very nice. I really like the grill delete as well. I actually just put this on a couple of hours ago, and I really like it. I really like how this looks. But that's it. If you watched this far into the video, appreciate you watching. I know it's been a long time since I've actually uploaded on this channel. I probably will not upload very frequently, but it is always nice to upload something, especially when it's something like this and it's a lot more different, and to have something big done to the car. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.